Okay, so updates for last few days. Uh, so something that I probably didn't mention is that the desktop view in the standalone VR mode actually still works. So if I kind of click and drag, you can I can move around. If I use the thumbstick back and front, I can move this, and all these menus work. Is it useful? I don't know, but it's kind of interesting. Let's go into AR mode. Okay, so here's our thing. The other thing that I haven't mentioned is that just how you kind of load and save stuff. So if you go Files and then Add, and you can see that you can load a SGL. So if I save an SGL, that's like a native SculptGL format, and I can add those back in. So if I add, got to make sure I'm in the desktop mode because it brings up a dialog. Let's try that again. File, Add, and let's go to the last thing I did, this guy, and select. You said that gets added, and so now I can sort of choose other things, and I can go say scene and delete selection, and that also works from inside here as well. So if I jump back into AR mode, what's happened? There we are. So I can select, and from this menu I can also run all these same things here. Anyway, new features. So I've added as well as like move. There's now drag. So drag is like the a snake hook in ZBrush. You can see that by default it doesn't add topology. So if you stretch it too far, you get nastiness. But you can turn on dynamic topology. This gets a bit gluggy, especially if I have the wireframe turned on. But if I turn that off, you can see that I can actually get sort of pretty cool, silly looking shapes out of this. Usually what I'll do is I'll drag it out and then I'll use the smooth just to sort of calm down the shape a bit. And then I might use a bit of inflate just where it's getting a bit too thin. So like that and like that. So that's pretty cool. What else have we got? This poor guy. So that was drag. I've added a relax brush. So I might actually clear this guy. Settings, and this will probably work actually. So if I go to the relax brush and again turn on the wireframe and also make sure to turn off dynamic topology. This is the dynamic topology stuff is still very much a work in progress, but where you've got like sort of stretching, this sort of try and sort of even out the topology. So it's slightly different from a smooth, which can be handy. Turn off the wireframe again. What else have we got? So that's that one. Up here we've got, I tried to get a slide brush to work, but it was not behaving, so I've got it disabled for now. I'm revisit that at a later stage. And then the last thing is just a bit of debugging info. So if I want to set like profile why this is running slow, you can go up to settings and log. So this will just tell you just to do some work for a bit. As soon as this warning kind of goes away, you can probably jump back into the desktop mode, see if it's still working. So if I press that button there, the recess meta button to come back into the desktop mode and show the log, you get logging info here. So then I can copy that log with that button and I can paste it into an email or paste it into the Discord for me to look at and go, but yeah, they're all the new things. Enjoy.